Today we're going to make some scrambled tofu, which is like scrambled egg with, of course, minus the egg. And for this we are going to need half an onion, a tomato, and we're going to use some salt to taste. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric for colour. For flavourings we will add half a teaspoon of garlic granules, a teaspoon of yeast extract, a pinch of paprika, and some parsley. And the most important ingredient in our scrambled tofu today will be our kala namak. Now kala namak gives an eggy-like taste, okay, and smell, which will help us to achieve that flavour. Now at the end, when you're finished making your tofu, you may want to add some milk to give it that creamy, eggy-like texture. Now if you want to add dairy milk, you can. If you want to go for the vegan version of our scrambled tofu, you may want to add some plant-based milk. So I've got some Oatly milk here. Okay, so these are our ingredients. So we're going to start with our chopped up onion. So we're going to add that to the pan and fry that very lightly in a drizzle of oil. Here. We're going to add some salt to taste, so I'm just going to add half a teaspoon. And keep it on a low flame and let it lightly cook until it turns a very light brown colour. Okay, so whilst those onions are cooking, I'm going to take my block of tofu, okay, and just make sure that we squeeze out very gently any excess amount of water, as you can see. Yeah. So just squeeze that out very gently. And once you've done that, we are going to then take a fork and mash this tofu up. Now that the onions have slightly browned, I am going to add my tomatoes. I'm now going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric just to give our scramble a lovely yellow colour. Once those tomatoes have softened up, I will then add our tofu scramble to the mix. We gently stir our tofu into our sauté mix, or into our tomatoes and onion mix. We can see the tofu turning a very lovely light yellow colour. Next we're going to add approximately half a teaspoon of garlic granules, half a teaspoon of yeast extract, a pinch of paprika for flavour, and some parsley, okay, and now last of all we are going to add our most important ingredient, which is our kala namak. So I've got about a tablespoon of kala namak, which will give us our lovely eggy flavour. Tofu scramble. Now to give it the creamy texture, I am going to add a drop of milk. So that's 2 to 3 drops of milk. And remember, if you want to make it a dairy-free version, you can also use some plant-based milk. So I have over here some Oatly milk. You can also use some soya milk or some almond milk, whatever you prefer. And here we have our beautiful and delicious, easy to make tofu scramble. If you've enjoyed watching and using our straightforward and easy to follow vegetarian and eggless recipes, please like, subscribe, comment and share our channel so that we can reach out to an audience worldwide. Thank you.